Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about this one thing that happened. I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday. So yesterday, my godmother Zena had to take my godsister Gabrielle to Quest Diagnostics. What do you want to call it? Quest would be like looking for something. It'd be like seek, and not like working. So it'd be seek working or to seek work. Anyway, and we had to end the film short. So that's what happened. I didn't want to end that film at that time. And I just want to say I'm sad for that. Anyway, sometimes things happen and you got to do things you want to do. But I did make a film yesterday saying why you got to be so early in the morning about it. I don't know. Apparently thought if we went early there wouldn't be enough folks and wouldn't have to wait long enough. Well, apparently you still had to wait. So anyway, just want to say I'm sad about that. And I did make a film talking about that thing. Even though my god brothers, Zenos and Osman, and my sister Jade, they didn't come. You know, Cameron was still asleep, so was my god brother Dylan. It was just Gabrielle and me. I guess I came for the ride. So, anyway, yeah. And then getting back on that, there's always these two blood works. One where, it's all right if you eat. And then there's ones where, oh, no, it's not all right if you eat. It's like we're looking to see if there's a shift between what's in your blood when you eat and what's in your blood when you don't eat. Well, I got a thing for you. Apparently, must be the same shit, I guess. I'm probably going to come back on Monday or whatever day it comes back, whatever day they get it over to them, and they're going to say, "Oh, looks good. The blood's good when she eats, and it's good when she doesn't eat." So I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not a healer. I don't know. So anyway, this is how you. So anyway, Jordan's like, you ever know someone who likes to irk you? Well, let's just say they already made a film talking about that. And I don't know if anyone could tell me who he is. I don't know. Well, you don't know Jordan, do you? No, I do not know. But, it's goofs. You're going to seek to have me on your film. Yes, I'm going to seek to have you on my film. That's, just the way it is. Well, that's good to know. And it's truly good to know. Yeah, he was the one who came. He's the one that actually truly came with that passport or that, that undertake, that overtake sheet, the one that actually had my likeness at the end of it and not his. And I don't know. It is what it is. Now, yeah. And getting into this, of course, there's always going to be those that always have this hang up over what should we be called. Because unlike most kinds, they usually have something they like to be called, what they're all right being called, But with us, it's like, oh, well, call it Eastern. But you see, what the hang up with being called Eastern is that a lot of folks who live in the East could be Eastern, like the whites, primarily the Eastern Israelis, or the Arabs, or the Hindus, or the Orientals. Those folks, yeah, they're all borrowed words, I know, but all of them could be considered Eastern because they live in the Eastern lands. Okay, yeah, they're unlike kinds. They don't look the same. They have, but it is what it is. You really shouldn't say, you really should not go around and say Oriental. Yeah, I know it's a borrowed word, okay? Just like Asian's a borrowed word too, but you gotta keep in mind here we weren't the only folks that live in the East, or the only folks that had forekin that lived in the East, right? Yeah. And it's not like me calling myself a Eastern. It's not like that's some kind of shameful, unlooking word. No, I guess you're right, it's not. Yeah, you're sure right, it's not. So I've made this film many times in the past. And I must be all right because no one's ever come on. I mean, you have someone say, "Oh, you should not say that word." Well, yes, I know it's a borrowed word. It's Eastern, right? Because we know all those words I just said were borrowed words. They don't belong to English. They were borrowed from some other speech. And but it's not like it's some kind of shameful, unlooking word, you know. And the truth is, Jordan says, Eastern would be referred to anyone who lives in the East, not just to one's kind. If you seek to do it based on one saying it on one's kind, then the hang up comes when you say, well, what about the Hindus and the Arabs and the whites? What about them? They live in the East too. They're Eastern, even though they're unlike kind, so that's where your hang up comes. So yeah, it's Oriental for our kind, and there's all of these offshoots, you know. But at the end of the day, and that's a borrowed word. So yeah, I do put down Eastern down when it comes to who I am on any one of my name and likeness sheets I have, and I have at least some of them. One for driving, one it just says who I am, one for flying, one for getting from one unlike land to another. So that's about more than one name and likeness sheet I have, you know, and it never really seemed to be a hang up. Oh, and also one for the book house. So that's a lot of them. But the only thing is, the book house one don't really got my likeness on it, where all the other ones got my likeness, my name, and everything else about me. But it's never been a hang up. No one ever said, "Oh, I don't think it's right that you call yourself Eastern." I don't really think it's right to do that. Yeah, that's what we are. It's Eastern. Because Asian's a borrowed word. But that implies anyone living in that land. It does not apply to one's kind. But Jordan says, when you think of it, we really can't call ourselves Eastern because there's more than one kind that live in Eastern. And I guess you could say, that's why we're Oriental. But that's a borrowed word. I get that. But it's not some shameful, unlooking word. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're definitely right about that. Yes, I am right about that. Yes, you have the Hindus, the Arabs, the Orientals, and the Caucasians. Well, actually, white Caucasian's a French borrowed word. I think Arab is most likely a Arabic borrowed word. Oriental, I would assume that is a borrowed word, but from what speech, I don't know. Hindu most likely is a borrowed word from either the Hindu speech or the Punjabi speech or any one of the other many speeches, but most likely was borrowed from one of those two speeches. But at the end of the day, Jordan says, Oriental, East, that's who we are. All right? This whole taking a land, claiming, oh, we're Eastern, we come from the East, but then those other folks I just mentioned came from the East or live in the East too. So you got to go what the kind is, you know. And sadly, Oriental is a borrowed word, but it's not a shameful, unlooking word that someone from my kind is going to get mad at, or anyone from any other kind is going to get mad at. They're not. So anyway, before I end this film, I didn't really want to, as I want to say, it is what it is. I didn't want to end that film like I did, but, things happened and it's the way it is. So, note on that. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.